All right, Michael, before we even start looking at plays, I have to know, were you that typical kid with either by yourself or with friends who practice counting down and doing the buzzer beaters like in your driveway or in the park?
I remember growing up and watching the Lakers all the time, and they hit some great buzzer beaters when I was growing up. And I would go out in my yard and practice, 3, 2, 1, Kobe, and just talking like that. And yeah, I just grew up doing stuff like that.
January 2012 at Cameron Indoor against Duke. First and foremost, did you pretty much know that Duke was going to score and tie that game up?
No, I didn't. Every time they scored, throughout the entire game, we tried to get it out quick. And as soon as it went through the net, I didn't even think about it. I just took off running. And Luke finally realized it too. Bernard had a great screen, and Luke found me. And I don't know why he stuck in that deep, but Luke made a great play to find me on the wing.
Did you know it was going in?
When I left my hand, I really wasn't thinking about much. When I made the shot, I was like, is this real? Like, did it really go in? Like, was it enough time? Like, did I get it off in time? All those things were going through my head. I wasn't sure that I had made it until, my teammates came running off the bench and grabbed me.
To do that in such a legendary place against a team like Duke, that had to have been pretty cool.
This one definitely meant the most.
All right, next one. This wasn't even a ball game for most of the game. How did you guys even get back in this one?
We just made some really, really clutch plays at the end. Jeff made a great drive to the wing to get into the heart of the defense, and found me kind of in the same spot that I was in against North Carolina game.
How big of a key was it that you guys didn't need the three-pointer, so the defense had to kind of collapse on him?
It was big. He missed that free throw, and they had missed like I don't know how many in a row, and nobody wanted to give up this layup. If you look back, he could have hit Ian right there in the corner, and I was fortunate enough to get the ball and make the right play.
All right, that's pretty cool that you got 2 in the season. That happened, and then you move on to the next season, and you get a chance to do it again, and against Clemson. Walk me through this one.
Well, this one was kind of a broken play, and I didn't really notice how much time I had on the clock, and I got really lucky that actually went in. I mean, even when I started in the backcourt, I thought when I crossed half court that I had a little bit more time than what I really had, and once I noticed I only had like 2 seconds on the clock, I knew I had enough time just to take one hard dribble and just throw a prayer up at the basket and have the lucky touch.
So you've hit 3 of these before. You just hit one. You'd think Maryland, regardless of what happened, would keep someone out on you, but that's not what happened. Is it because Ian kind of lost control of the ball a little bit?
I think just because he got to the heart of the defense, and the other guy felt the need to, I have to sink in and stop this drive because they can win on this shot. And I guess they wanted to give up the lower percentage shot, which was my shot, was a lower percentage shot compared to Ian's layup. So he decided to come in and collapse on him, and Ian made the right play and found me. Do you see Ojo's face?
Yeah.
Wait, look, what is he doing? Yeah. Wait.
All right, when he goes down, does that completely change what you're doing?
He tried to sell it, and I would have done the same thing, if I was him, if I was a defender, because he is a good defender too, and I would try to sell that charge too, and the call literally could have went either way.
And then obviously the key in this one is Kyle, the way he sealed his
guy.
That
was a part of the play too for him to seal his guy in and not let him come and contest it.
At what point do you know that you've pretty much got a clear path?
I saw it from the moment once I stepped back and waited for that whistle a little bit. And right here, then I just exploded because I knew that, I had that lane. I knew he wasn't going to be able to get back in front of me. I saw Kyle had him sealed. So I just went on to the basket.
Do you have to have a special mentality at the end of the game?
I think you do have to have a special mentality because I kind of go to a place where, at the end of the game, it's just completely instinct. There's no thinking, there's no thought.
I mean, most guys are lucky if they get 1 buzzer beater in their entire career of basketball. You got 5. Do you realize how special that is?
No, I do. I trust me, I don't take it for granted. I mean, these are definitely some shots that I always, cherish for the rest of my life. There'll be some great, college basketball memories for me. I know that people will talk about it, from long after I'm going to Florida State. So, I mean, it does mean a lot to me.